My mom and I, kind of tough. So when my parents got divorced, they separated when I was 5, and they officially got divorced when I was 7. But when they got divorced, I kind of was like a daddy's girl. Like, my dad has like a tattoo on his arm of like a rearing unicorn that says daddy's girl in cursive with my birthday. It's super cheesy. But I was totally daddy's girl, and I was like mad at my mom for the divorce and stuff like that. So I wasn't very nice to her, and I like would repeat things my dad said back to her and like hurt her feelings. And then I realized that my dad probably didn't deserve as much credit as she did. Like, she raised me alone, essentially. Like, my dad, like, I saw him occasionally, but he didn't pay child support. He like wasn't really around. So my mom was a single parent for like 2 kids. She divorced my dad, and then she was a single parent to me, and before that she was a single parent to my brother, which is insane. My mom is white, and I grew up in Steamboat, which is a predominantly white town with like middle to upper class people who live there. It's very expensive. So it has like, Steamboat's kind of in this bubble. Like, there was one other black kid I went to school with in my graduating class, so it was me and him. And I'm half black, and most people don't even know what I am. Like, I have like passing privilege, I guess, so I have like racial ambiguity working for me. I don't know. I literally remember being on the bus one day, and some girl was like, "You're black?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I just thought you were white with a tan." All right, child. I remember that I was really trying to emulate black culture then, but I was so going about it the wrong way. Like, I was just using stereotypes from TV. So it was like baby fat jeans and like crop tops and having my hair like over gelled, using slang that I didn't even understand. Like, I was so cliche, and me having an attitude too that I perceived I should have, so people expect certain things of you in either group. And it's not even like stereotypes, it's just like, how those cultures act or interact with one another. And I'm like lacking on both parts. So I'm like lacking when it comes to like interacting with like this white upper middle class Steamboat culture, and then interacting with like my family in Denver who is black. Yeah, so I don't think my mom had a basis for understanding that as a white woman. And she still kind of doesn't. Like, she tries to understand, but yeah, I don't know. She's talked to me about how like she doesn't see color once or twice, and I'm like, you do see color. Like, you married a black man and had a little biracial baby as a daughter. Like, you definitely see color. I don't think it was like a conscious resentment, but like, I think that me not understanding myself, I took out on my mom. I don't think she knew how to deal with that. I don't think she knew that that would ever be like a problem for me, that like culture would be that important to me. And I imagine that she probably thought I would get it from my dad's side of the family, because my dad is black, and so is the rest of the family. But I didn't. So it was kind of like a way for me to make my own place. So I took images from popular culture that deal with like black or white culture specifically, and then I integrate myself into it as a gray figure, because I feel like I'm in a gray zone between both cultures, and then literally like black and white equals the color gray. Most of the imagery though that I've dealt with has been kind of awful. And this painting is based off of Ferguson, from this woman who was tear gassed. They're like putting like milk in her eyes, and I like replaced her with me. And then this is a Denver sports riot, but the sports riot was predominantly white people. I paint all the cultures that I'm dealing with as like really bright, vibrant colors. I don't want to like point out whether one is black or white. I hope that most people can figure it out themselves if they need to, since most of these are based off of like recent events. But yeah, and then I also try to create some kind of like abstractness in a sense, so it kind of happens over here where like things start to meld together, because I want to convey like this, it's like a confusion that I have with this event as well, being from 2 races, so it's me interpreting these events but also putting myself in them. So it's kind of a way to like process. These paintings came because I was struggling so much to figure it out, so yeah, they kind of shaped me having a better understanding of myself and like accepting that I'm just gonna float in between 2 cultures, and that's not a bad thing.